What is going on? Welcome back to Financial Journey. So today we're going to talk to you about Palantir. Give you a quick overview of some of the data points, what is really moving it, and where I see things going from here. Before we get into any of that, make sure you guys hit that thumbs up. And with that, let's get right to it. So Palantir right now is up 1%, $62.40 the high, $59.27 the low. This stock has been absolutely volatile as hell, but beside the point, you were getting a lot of volume. So big money is still essentially buying it. 60.9 million for volume right now, 68.7 is the average. These are all the transactions occurring on the secondary market above $100,000. So even though analysts have started to come out rather bearish on the stock and just saying that's too hyped up, you're seeing big money just kind of disregarding that and buying the hell out of Palantir. And there could be a couple of different attributing factors, one of which was this right here. So them announcing that they're going to be moving to the NASDAQ, and that's just for increased liquidity. So a lot of these transactions right here could be attributed to that, just larger entities buying just in anticipation of them doing that. But aside from that, you also had this individual right here, which I believe this board member has already deleted their profile, but just said that we are moving Palantir to the NASDAQ because it will force billions in ETFs buying and delivering tendies to our retail investors. Player haters, be aware that we've been hated for decades. Everything that we do is to reward, obviously, diamond hands and whatever else. So yeah, this is it's a very, very interesting stock. And just to give you a quick overview of what analysts have currently been stating, these are it. So Jefferies recently did come out yesterday with a $28 sell, just saying that it's overhyped. So kind of caused some volatility, but still aside from that though, you're seeing mixed results. So as of right now, you are having the technicals signaling higher highs. And I think a lot of that as well is just stemming from just the market optimism, but you're starting to see analysts, more and more of them, being rather bearish. So on a side note, Brent, who has a 57% success rating, that's the one that came out yesterday. You also had a lot of them associated to the recent earnings. So $41 hold, Goldman Sachs, $18 sell, Monet's, Brian, 69% success rating. The only thing that's concerning me, which obviously I'm trying to be as impartial as I am with these videos, this individual right here, Daniel Ives, Wedbush, $45 buy rating, he's been kind of the cheerleader for Palantir, and he's gone kind of silent. Even back then, he gave a $35 buy rating, and then he said, yeah, it's $35, but I do see as a bull case 50. And so obviously things developed and he did up it to 45, but the fact that it is at $62 and he hasn't done a read rating stating like 70, in my opinion, that's rather concerning. It kind of shows that he even himself sees it as overdone. Of course, that's just me reading between the lines. But like I said, you are having conflicting information because you are having this right here. So analysts somewhat bearish, but the technicals right now are showing higher highs. So technicals are pointing for it to hit between that $75 and $80 range in the short term. And even myself, I have held Palantir on and off. I kind of shorted it as I've stated in the past, but I recently did make a brand new position with, I think it was at, I don't even remember at the price. I just bought Robinhood, SoFi, Palantir, and I think a couple other semis, and just to kind of throw it out there. And honestly, I'm already up 50% with my Palantir. So it is definitely a beast. You never want to fight against it. And I think shorts right now are feeling the pain, even though there's not that much in them, of them right now. But technicals right now for Palantir are looking absolutely phenomenal, above all the key pivotal moving averages I like to look at. So 5100, 200 day moving averages. Super trend is looking fairly bullish. ALMA right now, it is below that slightly. So that's something that in the short term, you'll want to watch for it to get above. And stochastic RSI, you do start to see a bearish deviation, but at the same time, it is considered rather overbought. But I guess there's no real change between Palantir and the broader market. Everything is just overbought. Everything is in FOMO 2.0. But going over here, some other data points. Shorts right now are returning 3.1 million shares. Palantir definitely isn't a squeeze play whatsoever, but 3.38% of the free float is being shorted. Works out to be 70.89 million shares overall are being shorted. Cost to borrow average is 0.33. As I've alluded to in the past, it's still there, but cost to borrow minimum is negative. So that does mean there is a broker out there physically paying people to short Palantir. It's not really working all that well or in their favor, but still it's kind of interesting to see. As far as options, a lot of money is getting into Palantir through both common stock and options. 95 million in calls, 39 million in puts. 46% of all the options being done today are optimistic and bullish, and of those call options that are being purchased, you see a consensus for it to be roughly around that kind of that $70 range, similar to the elite wave technical is what that is pointing to. But looking at the puts, you see a consensus for it to be sub 57. So in my opinion, still significantly more upside is definitely there. And one thing to note, they recently did add a whole new list of new chains, as you can kind of see. So it does go up to $99. So market makers are anticipating, at least in the foreseeable future, not anytime like in the next couple of weeks, but by 2027, they do like realistically see Palantir at like $99. So pretty epic stuff when it comes down to that. As of right now, with it at 61 and change, it is trading between this pivot and this S1. So $60.58 will be a strong support. 63.44 is going to be the next strong target / resistance, followed by 66.29 and then 68.05. So in my opinion, like I said, Palantir could be a kind of a bubble. Analysts are starting to turn a little bit more bearish, but the broader market is extremely optimistic, and I think that could really carry Palantir significantly higher from here. So let me know your thoughts. Are you buying at these prices? Are you selling? What's your viewpoint? Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. One final thing I just wanted to share with you. I did launch a Patreon, so I'm giving buy signals on stocks, options, and crypto, and they have been absolute kind of beasts, amazing hits. So definitely pop over there and take a look. It's worth it. So with all that said, appreciate all of you watching.